Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. It is nice and sunny outside here in the Nevada desert. And as you guys know, I made it to my destination. I know I haven't posted anything for the last month or so, but you guys are going to have to give me time because the stress and the anxiety and the nervousness and stuff like that has really disrupted my ability to make content because I'm just so exhausted. But I'm going to read an article today about a former Proud Boy that's angry with Donald Trump. But at first, I have to read this statement from Trump. So this was written on January 6, 2021. President Trump told his supporters who stormed the U.S. Capitol Wednesday that he knows their pain, but they must go home in peace. This clip has been flagged by Twitter and comments have been blocked. I know how you feel, but go home and go home in peace. I know you're in pain. I know you're hurt, Trump said in a 1-minute video address release on his Twitter account. Trump also directly addressed the presidential election and continued to claim his loss to President-elect Joe Biden because of voter fraud. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. So he's talking about the Democratic Party. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order, and we don't want anybody hurt. Moments after Trump posted the message, Twitter libeled with a warning that this claim of election fraud is disputed, and this tweet can't be replied or retweeted or liked due to a risk of violence. The mob descended on the Capitol soon after Congress convened a joint session to certify the Electoral College vote, and the scores of Republicans in the House and Senate were expected to contest. Biden won 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232. It's a very tough period of time. There has been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they can take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace, he said. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel, but go home and go home in peace. Well, this article was released on May 14th, 2021. Where a Proud Boy leader charged in Capitol attack feels betrayed by Trump. You left us. And every time, like not every time, but when I come across articles like this, well, stories like this, it makes me sad. Because there are some Trump supporters that worship the fucking guy. And it almost became like a cult, okay? And of course, anybody on the right that's listening to this, you have to kind of, listen to what I have to say in this video. But at the same time, I totally respect your opinion as well. But at the same time, you gotta admit there were some Trump supporters that's kind of cuckoo, okay, that were like over the top. And this is a good example of it. Proud Boy leaders charged in Capitol attack feels betrayed by Trump. You left us. Excuse me, my allergies are like killing me at the moment. I followed this guy for 4 years, given everything and lost it all. Proud Boy's Ethan Nordine wrote of former President Donald Trump. A Proud Boy leader charged in the January 6th Capitol insurrection expressed shock that former President Donald Trump abandoned him and other rioters. All right, I'm going to say it. Fuck Trump, self-described Proud Boy's Sergeant-at-Arms Ethan Nordine said in a Telegram message on January 6th. Fuck him more than Biden. I followed this guy for 4 years and given everything and lost it all. I pretty much read what Trump said that day. Donald Trump did not tell you to go in and, participate in the Capitol riots. He did not tell you to do it. He told you guys to be fucking peaceful. He told you guys to don't do it, be peaceful, don't attack law enforcement or anything like that. But, I'm sorry, dude, you participated. Nobody told you to give everything to him. Nobody said anything of that. You didn't question him. And this is coming from myself. I'm a person, like I said, I respect authority. I respect hierarchies. I respect ranks. but I don't respect incompetent authority. And I'm going to question, people who are in higher positions and stuff like that and ranks if I see something that violates principle. I'm not saying that Donald Trump violates principle or anything like that, but it's good to be skeptical of Trump, and at the same time you can support him. You know what I mean? Just like, left wing. We have people like Jimmy Dore and Glenn Greenwald who, challenge the left narrative and stuff like that. They don't blindly follow somebody, like Ethan did. Ethan gave everything to Donald Trump, and it's his fault that you fucked up. But anyways, Nordine, 30, from Washington State, wrote, the grievance after Proud Boys Florida organizer Joseph Biggs, 37, was arrested for his role in the day's violence, which left 5 people dead and 140 police officers injured. Yes, he woke us up, but he led us to believe some great justice was upon us, and it never happened. Nordine wrote of Trump in the Telegram message revealed by federal prosecutors this week. Now, I've got some of my good friends and myself facing jail time because we followed this guy's lead and never questioned it. There you go. That's your fucking fault. Nordine, who was arrested a week after posting the Telegram message, seemed to realize Trump would not be issuing pardons for him and fellow members of his violent gang. I wouldn't. Okay. Huffington Post. Violent gang. Okay. We are now and always have been on our own, Nordine wrote. So glad he was able to pardon a bunch of degenerates at his last move and shit on us on the way out. Nordine, who had been jailed since early February, is charged with attempt to obstruct Congress certification of Joe Biden's Electoral College victory. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison. He's also charged with aiding and abetting, knowingly entering or remaining in a restricted building or grounds. And like I said, nobody told you to enter the Capitol building. Nobody told you to remain in the Capitol building, and it's restricted too. It's restricted, and nobody told you to participate in a violent entry. Okay, so, and participate in disorderly conduct. Nobody said anything like that. You made the decision to do it, and you are going to suffer the consequences of it, and you're going to have to accept responsibility. And I'm going to stop and read this article. Stop for a second and say this. I'm going to have people on the right that's going to be angry with me. You guys know my opinion on this. You guys know that I don't support it. Even Ben Shapiro doesn't support it because we think it's disgusting. But at the same time, we know where your anger is coming from. I even talk about it on my podcast, about the podcast episode, that I was really upset as well that Biden won. But at the same time, you're going to have to prove to me that there was evidence of election fraud. I'm not going to be participating. If like, for example, if I would have went to the Capitol, I would protest peacefully because it says in our First Amendment for a peaceful protest. Going into the building, going to a restricted building, mind you, a government building, and I get it. Okay, we taxpayers, we pay for this government buildings and stuff like that, but they're doing, they're trying to certify Joe Biden as a president, and he's already the president, you guys know. But it is what it is, and I've learned that to go blindly and follow something blindly, and then you're going to fall off the cliff, and then you're going to get pissed off that you follow, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say it, like a sheep, and then you fall off the fucking cliff, and then you get pissed off about it. You know what I mean? It's not President Trump's fault. You know what I mean? I even agree that he did not even influence the violence. He didn't tell you. It's like he didn't tell you to go do these things. You made the decision. You're 30 years old. You made the decision to do this, and then you're gonna go around and say fuck Trump. Trump didn't tell you to do it. You did it on your own accord. So, anyways, where was I? Okay. Even as Republican lawmakers attempt to rewrite history, I don't think that's what they're trying to do. Falsely claiming this week that the insurrectionists are the true January 6th victims, Nordine's own lawyer has put the blame on Trump for inciting the riot. Thousands of people descended on Washington, D.C. on January 6th to protest the result of the 2020 presidential election. Public defender Corey Dothe, I think I pronounced that correctly, wrote in a February court filing. Egg on by Donald Trump and other politicians, his legal advocates, and the news media, these people believe the election has been stolen. Hundreds, if not thousands of people entered the Capitol building as Mr. Nordine is alleged to have done. The new Telegram message uncovered by prosecutors also show how the Proud Boys, coordinated their plans for the day's violence. Drag them out by their fucking hair if they steal it, one member wrote in the chats. Let them remember the day they decide to make war with us. Nordine posted just days before the attack, fight, we will. I'm sorry, dude. That's pretty guilty. Okay. In April, bail was revoked for both Nordine and Biggs after federal prosecutors successfully argued that the two men were central figures in planning the attack. Trump, upon leaving office, relocated to his Florida country club. Fuck you, Trump. You left us on the battlefield, bloody and alone, Nordine wrote on Trump's last day in the White House. So he pretty much just, got pissed off at Donald Trump, and he clearly state, for you to go home in peace. Go home in peace. Go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to blame Donald Trump for it because you chose. You're 30 fucking years old, and you chose 30 and 37. I think Ethan's 30, and I think Biggs, his friend from Florida, is like 37. These are adults. I'm pretty sure these are the same people who make the argument about, people who are on the far left, that they need to take responsibility for their life, they need to fucking grow up. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say this, but, you're going to have to grow up and accept responsibility for yourself and suffer the consequences. This is the same thing with the people that were last year, all far leftists, going all fucking crazy and destroying businesses and stuff. And then you get arrested and you don't want separate consequences and responsibility for your action. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I think it's just like everybody think they're the fucking heroes. You know what I mean? It's like they think they're the heroes of this fucking fantasy land. You know what I mean? I don't understand American politics at the moment. It's just like really exhausting. I don't know how people do it, like Tim Pool and stuff like that, how they do it every single day talking about news and stuff. But it's so exhausting when you don't have nuance. You can't have conversations or stuff like that because it becomes so muddy. I mean, even if I post this right now, I'm going to piss some people off, that are on the right. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You guys going to have to like kind of see where I'm coming from and you see the point that I'm making, because Trump did not tell these people to enter a restricted building. Nobody told them to do it. They made the decision to do it themselves. Even in the people that are fucking cute. And a friend of mine, James, he was at the protest as well, but he didn't participate in the Capitol riot because he don't go and make a fool of himself. He's a supporter of Trump. It's like no matter if you're on the left or no matter if you're on the right. If you don't say what I say or don't believe what I said, then you're on the fucking other side. You are a communist or you are a fucking fascist. And it's unfortunate. And this is what happens when populism becomes really popular here in the United States of America, because you get people like this who just think that they're at war with other Americans. And of course, some people make the argument that were Antifa stuff, that were there and they were citing the riots and stuff like that. But when you listen to their narrative, they're doing the same thing that they accuse the other side of doing. They're not going to accept responsibility. It's the other person's fault. It's not my fault. And it's unfortunate that this is the case. And, Mr. Nordine and Mr. Biggs, you guys are going to have to accept responsibility. And if you guys are found guilty, that's some serious jail time. You know what I mean? So, and me making this video is not me excusing what happened in the May riots or anything like that. It's not that either. It's that I just don't like it, whether you're on the far left or you're on the far right or right, left, whatever. Be an adult. Accept responsibility for your action, and and carry that cross. Just like Jesus Christ, carry that cross and suffer, the mistakes that you made, and serve time for it. I'm not saying that you're guilty. I think this is still going, but the moment you are arrested and if you found guilty, you're gonna have to serve serious time for it. You know what I mean? So anyways, I really hope you guys, I'm sorry, this stories like this makes me sad. It really does, because it's just like, everybody's like a fucking hero. They think they're the fucking hero. And unfortunately, they end up being the villain. And of course, if, I can't even fucking talk straight, because the fact that it's just so sad that Americans are doing this, because you guys know that a civil war can really literally destroy a country, and it happens. throughout history, when two factions go up against each other, it just leads nothing to destruction, chaos, disorderly, and it leads nowhere. The left claim that they're the fucking hero, the right claims that they're the hero, and in the end, if you guys you get your way and stuff like that, I mean, it's gonna be villains that's gonna be made if the other side loses. So I don't know, just me rambling on. So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure to subscribe, like, share. Share it in your comment in the comment section below, and make sure to keep it clean. Okay, I'm not in the mood to argue with you guys, but see where I'm coming from. Well, try. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but try to see where I'm coming from, the way that he's saying it, because I'm talking about Ethan Nordine, that you are pissed off at Trump, even though Trump told you not to do any of that, and yet you're angry with him because he did not pardon you. You know what I mean? I don't have the list of people that he pardoned, but if you guys have that, please comment below and let me know. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video, so make sure you like, subscribe. It helps my little YouTube channel a lot. I do have a podcast called the Fire Wisdom Podcast. This is my page at firewisdom.com. So I talk about my friend James, and look at that. So this is the episode I was talking about, my friend James, who was there. And so anyways, you guys can find me on podpage.com/firewisdom, and I do have a website called firewisdom.podbean.com, and you guys can find all my information on here. You can find the latest episodes and stuff like that. I do have a sponsor, Rebecca Igen from shadowdance.com. So make sure when you go to a website and you go to one of her consultations, make sure you guys said that I sent you. Just say Boone sent you, and it really helps my podcast out as well. And if you are a podcaster and you want to go on Podbean, where I host my podcast, you can go to www.podbean.com/foul. If you're a business and you have a podcast, go to www.podbean.com/pro/foul. I do have a Patreon, and I do have a PayPal, and I do have a Venmo, so you guys can donate any amount you please. I'm gonna try to keep everything as free as much as I can. So sponsors and donations really help me keep the Fire Wisdom Podcast alive. So I'm on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, pretty much all podcast players. The Fire Wisdom is on there. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And like I said, it's sad, but let's keep everything as nuanced, and let's bring order into this chaos. Thanks, guys. Bye.